My name is Marty Reiss. I have choroideremia, and I was originally misdiagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa when I was a child. And it wasn't until I was late in my teens, maybe early 20s, when the correct diagnosis of choroideremia was made. And how it affected my life is that as far as when I went to search for a job, I contacted the Department of Rehabilitation in Pennsylvania, where I was living at the time. And I wanted, at that time I was fully sighted. The only thing I couldn't do was see at night. But I knew one day that I would go blind. So I wanted to have a job where when I did go blind, I still would be able to work. I wouldn't have to go out on disability. So I contacted the Department of Rehabilitation, and I got into a training program for visually impaired people to be employees of the Social Security Administration. So that's what I did. I had a lifelong employment as a federal employee, retired when I was 55, when I was pretty much lost most of my vision. And my employer, the federal government, gave me the opportunity to learn to use adaptive equipment. And so that's how I get by now. I have something called JAWS, which reads aloud what's on the computer screen. So that's how I've been managing. And I have a good outlook on life, and I'm thankful to the Choroideremia Research Foundation for all the work that they've been doing on research, and I've made a lot of friends over the years here. As far as my greatest person giving me support through my journey, I would have to say is probably my parents, because they helped guide me through the learning process, and I had, just from their outlook on life, I was able to deal with difficulties in my life. My parents were Holocaust survivors, and I saw how they were able to deal with issues that they had, and it just gave me a good sense of how to deal with things, and that's about pretty much all I can say about that. As far as challenges in my life that I had to face and overcome were, for one example, mobility, contacting the lighthouse and getting training on how to use a white cane. That helped with mobility, which is a big issue. Knowing when to stop driving is a huge issue. And thank God I stopped driving before something bad happened. And other things, for example, using adaptive computer equipment. So I was still able to send emails, be on Facebook, and all these different things I was able to do because I wanted to still do them, and I found out about the program called JAWS, which is on the computer. So I was able to still use a computer, and I got the adaptive software on the iPhone. So I'm still able to use an iPhone. I'm able to use a computer. Those are huge things that if I were to not be able to use a computer or not be able to use a smartphone because I didn't have any sight, that would be really bad. So those are things that I learned and was helped me to adapt. And looking back on it, years ago, there was no such adaptive software, computer, or stuff like that. So blind people had to use Braille. And I took a couple lessons in Braille, but that was difficult for me. But I don't know if I would have been able to manage if it was Braille or nothing. But fortunately, the computer stuff came along, and it's really helped me. I can send emails, go on websites, and with the phone, texting, learn how to do that. Those are really big things, and I think those are things that are very important that I suggest that people who are confronted with the situation like I had, just try to learn those things. The CRF made a big difference in my life for many reasons. I was there from the beginning. A bunch of us with choroideremia met at a Foundation Fighting Blindness conference, and we decided to put our separate organization together. And so it's been quite a few years, but it's been a big, important thing for me because, number one, all the research that's being done to help people like me maybe get vision restored or stop the decline in vision for younger folks than me. So that is huge. And now there's light at the end of the tunnel that so you couldn't say that, a number of years ago. So that is a big thing. And the other thing is all the nice people I met through the CRF who have similar stories to me. And now we're friends, and that's part of the reason why I'm here. I'm here to learn everything that's going on in the research, but also to hang out with my friends, old friends who I've known for years. What I'd like other people to know about living with a rare disease like choroideremia is to always look forward, think of what can be done in the research area. So it's important to fund organizations like, for me, choroideremia. If a person has another kind of disabling issue, to be in contact with whatever organization that works with their issue and make sure that funding is done so that the research can be done, leading to a cure, leading to a treatment. And never give up hope. Always think positively. Never take anything for granted in life. and I think that's the key. Saving sight is our vision. Building hope is how we get there. Join us. Donate today at curechm.org.